Well, hello there. Hopefully curiosity has brought you to this point where you have one question on your mind. Should I buy or should I pass on Lawbreakers? So hopefully, with a little bit of guidance and assistance, I can help you answer that question before this video is done. What's going on, guys? My name is Paul. Lawbreakers is a first-person shooter. It's got some low-grab activity. It's pretty fast-paced for your modern shooter. And it's available on PlayStation 4 and PC platforms. Now, the question that we all have on our minds: should I invest the $30 to buy this game? And for the first time since I've launched this series, I don't feel comfortable answering that for you. So what I'm going to do is give you the information I know, my feelings towards the game, letting you know whether or not I am buying or passing on it, and hopefully you can decide for yourself. Now, the first couple days I played this game, it brought back some feelings towards some other classics that I used to play, one being Overwatch, and the other being Unreal Tournament. Unreal Tournament was clearly the greatest experience of my gaming life. I loved it. And the thing that made me feel a little bit more like that is this does feel like an old-fashioned shooter. Things that you don't see too much of because of the higher pace of the game. It's much faster than your traditional game nowadays, and also some of the low-grav experiences kind of brought back some of those nostalgic feelings towards those classic games. And, of course, everything else feels a bit like Overwatch. It's extremely comparable to Overwatch. I mean, look at the damn character I'm playing right here. Anyone else got this feeling that this is like Tracer with McCree? Like, this is the offspring, huh? Don't act like you didn't see that porn. This is what happens. And many of the other characters, you can say, oh hey, that's like this character in Overwatch. And it's because they are extremely similar. Now, that gives you a certain understanding of whether or not you need to buy the game. If you already own Overwatch, there is absolutely zero reason to buy this game. I mean, it does play a little bit different, but not enough for you to invest $30 into. I would not advise that. Now, if you are one of the 3 people in the world that does not own Overwatch, then maybe try this game out. That is a legitimate concern, something that you have to keep in your mind. And the reason you have concerns like this is because you've seen this time and time again. People have these favorites they go to. People will migrate to wherever their friends are and play those games. You have games like Overwatch that have established communities. Though it may not be identical, similar games like Destiny 2 launch a month after this. They have characters with abilities, and they play in an arena setting. Truth is, it feels like this game is showing up late to the party. There's a lot of people already active, and a lot of competition and direct threat to this game. You have your Overwatch. Free-to-plays like Paladins is similar in so many different ways. You have your arena shooters like Quake's just come out with a new one. There's lots of games that are similar to this. So why is this going to be one that people buy and purchase? There's nothing that it honestly offers that is different from the competition. And I hate to be harsh and honest about it, but that is 100% true. There's nothing that I play or enjoy about this game that I can't find in another game. And when all these other games are established, I know we'll have active player bases for years to come. Is it worth the risk? And that's honestly what this purchase will be, a risk to do. Now, no doubt you'll buy this game and enjoy it for a couple weeks. It could be a very good placeholder until your Call of Duties or your Destiny 2s or whatever comes out. But this game, really popular for a year or 2 to come? No way. I don't see it. I'm calling time and death a month. That's my prediction. And I'm not talking dead in the way that if you buy the game, there's going to be no lobbies found, nobody's playing it. I mean, it's possible, but unlikely. I find that with games like this, there's going to be a select small fan base loyal to the game. So you'll be able to find games, but you're going to play with the same people over and over and over again. People are going to go back to their Overwatch, where their rank, their friends, and everybody are playing. Things that they have already spent time and invested into. Their skins, their money, their time, their life. And this is just going to be a temporary high. Just a placeholder, if you will. And I fully predict this to be the case with the success on this game. And I know you're like thinking to yourself, Pwn, if you have such incredible foresight and can predict when things are dying, explain your YouTube channel, bro. And you know what? That was an anomaly. That doesn't count. It's a fluke, okay? It's just one of those things. I feel like this game's not going to survive. And it's at no fault of its own. It's just not unique in a way that people are going to give it a chance. And $30 is affordable. Definitely worth the price. But people are not going to gamble on it when there's so many other options out there, many of which you probably already own, like Overwatch. So, I'm going to pass on the game myself. I'm not going to buy it. It's so close to so many other games that I already own, and I just can't bring myself to pay money for a game that could have very limited people playing it in just a couple weeks' time. I do want to leave you with one final prediction before this video comes to a close. I have a feeling this game is going to adopt the free-to-play model. I feel like it's launching with $30 to kind of get a bulk of cash at the start when it's hyped, because they're doing a great job with the marketing team. The influencers they're reaching out to, the events they're doing a great job at that. I don't think it's going to get people to stay and play, but it's going to get people to buy. Their reach is doing really, really good things. And I don't know. I just feel like it's going to go that way. If this game launched as a free-to-play, so many more people would try this game as an alternative or just maybe a relaxing thing to do when they're not in the mood for Overwatch. Just a relief, if you will. A release. So, I think that's coming. I see that coming. So, let's see. Maybe tune back in a couple months' time to see if I was correct. Either way, subscribe, stay tuned, and if there's any other games in this series you want to see me break down, or products, anything in general, that you want me to review with a buy or pass stamp of approval, you let me know, guys. So again, the game's good. It's fun. It's just ultimately not going to last long. So if you are going to make the decision to purchase this game, do it at the start. Don't wait to see if people like it or if it's any good, because by then the player base could just dwindle to remote numbers. So that won't be great. Thanks again for everything. Love you guys. Let me know what you're going to choose down below.